Shalom. All right, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect. To you, I say Shalom. All right, so with another lesson today, I want to talk about, all right, you can see from the title, Lord, Money, Muscles, right? In other words, these are the three components of your life that you as a man should be focused on, you know? And you sisters, you can be focused on this too, especially if you are unmarried. But for you men specifically, you should be focusing on these three components of your life. All right? And I simplified it into these terms because this is how me and the brothers in my camp kind of, we coined it, LMM, right? Lord, Money, Muscles. All right? And it's just blanket terms for the Lord being this truth. All right? Anything that pertains to the spirit. All right? Your growth in wisdom, you're studying, you're doing this work, you're just you bettering yourself as a person in the spirit and the mind is referring to the component of the Lord, right? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the spirit. The money, all right, comes obviously just you hustling, man. You being a man, having responsibility, going to work, all right, you know, getting your daily bread and going out and getting it. Right? Because if a man don't work, a man don't eat. Very simple. You can't sit here and complain about, all right, not having, and you can't be sitting here, even if you're not necessarily complaining, but you can't be sitting and moping around because you don't have, right? You lack thereof, but you don't even put in no work. You're not even working. All right? You might got a little part-time job. You might work 10, 15, maybe 20 hours a week, but you complain, but you and your spirit are complaining about lacking and not having no food, no money, or just barely getting by. Well, you ain't putting no work in, man. You can work 40 plus hours a week and still do this work. All right. Not to boast, but I am, not to speak on myself, but I am an example of that. I do the best I can, but currently in the situation I am in a job I work, I have to work about 40, I would say about 48 to 60 hours a week. 48 being the bare minimum for me to, you know, be content, to have, to make it, you know, to get by, if you will, right? Without needing any assistance. All right, but I'm still able to what, you know, go and and teach the word, you know, at least twice a week, you know, do my shows, you know, at least three times a week. So if you include my going out sessions, that's about 5 times a week that I'm doing the work, at least. All right, I still do my best to study. And when I say study, I mean, you know, read, dive into the scriptures, you know, go into history, different things like that. And I still, you know, do what I got to do. And then that goes into the third aspect is what? Or the third component, muscles. All right, which is, again, these are blanket terms that we coined in our camp. But that's why I'm breaking them down. But going into muscles, all right, is going into your fitness goal. All right, you know, you just being physically fit in your health. All right, it goes more into just muscles, but it goes into your overall health and wellness. All right, your diet, your physical fitness, all right, your cardio, your strength training, all right, and you don't have to lift weights. You know, I'm personally an advocate for calisthenics, man. The basics, push-ups, dips, pull-ups, squats, and core work. You know what I mean? I'm a component for that. You stick to those basics, you'll have a strong body, man. Master your own body. Be a master of your own body. All right? Eat clean foods. Try to eat as organic as possible. As much as you can, that's within your budget, obviously. But try to do your best to eat as clean as possible. All right? Whole foods. You should be eating, I would say 50% of your diet should be, I want to say, so like I'm trying to let this guy go. Come on, because I'm getting over. Come on. Bro, get over. You got your turn signal on. Salakia, man. People just don't know what they're doing. Yeah. You know, 50% of your diet should be from, you know, I'm a little different. You know what works for you. I'm not even going to give a percentage. I would say 90% of your diet needs to be whole foods, man. Well, the other 10% could be, you know, here and there little things that you enjoy that may not necessarily be good for you. But even then, you know, I'm an advocate for trying to eat as good as possible. And then when you want to eat a treat or a snack, let's say you want something fried or something sugary, make it yourself, man. Instead of going to the store and getting fried chicken, but you don't, chicken tenders, say you want some fried chicken tenders, but you don't know what breading they're using, what ingredients, what oil, how long the oil is sitting out, what kind of chicken. Whereas you can go to the store, you can get your own organic, you know, pastured chicken breasts, cut them up yourself, use the flour you want, use the seasonings you want, and then you can cook in your own healthy oil, right? Avocado oil, beef tallow, whatever the case is, man. Now you make the ingredients yourself. Now it's healthier because it's limited ingredients, limited amount of oils, and you're using healthy oils like avocado oil, which has a high smoke point, right? Where you can cook it at a higher heat, where it doesn't break down into too many free radicals. Whereas other oils are not only bad for your health, your hormones, your endocrine system, which essentially is your hormones, as well as just full of just poisonous chemicals, right? Especially when heated up. So, all right, that's the components. Lord Money Muscles, all right? You should be focusing on these 3 components in your life, all right? And to be honest, right, there's 7 days in a week, right? Personally, you got, let's say you got the Shabbat, right? So even with the Shabbat, if you time the Shabbat right, you can essentially work out and do some type of physical fitness every single day, right? You don't necessarily have to do strength train every day. You shouldn't strength train every day, right? Because you want your muscles to recover. Even if you, but then again, you know, you can alternate muscles. You can do upper body one day, lower body the next. You could do pushing one day, pulling the next, legs the next, and then you repeat that cycle. Maybe you have a mobility day, whatever. You could do some type of physical fitness every single day if you time it right with the Shabbat. Let's say here in Philadelphia, the Shabbat sunset is around 7:15 p.m. right now. Let's say you work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., right? Well, you got 2 options. You can either wake up and get your workout in before you go into work at 8 a.m., or you can get a workout in as soon as you get off of work. Give you some time to get yourself ready. Shabbat comes in 7. The next 24 hours up until the next day, 7, you're doing no physical work, right? Because it's Shabbat. You're chilling, you're resting. If you got to go to work, you got to go to work, but you're doing as little as possible. The very next day, sunset comes in 7 p.m. again, 7:15 p.m. again, well, Shabbat's over. So you didn't get to work out. Let's say it's Wednesday night. It was Shabbat right now. It's Thursday night. So Thursday, 7, Shabbat comes in. You work out Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon before Shabbat comes in. You got your workout in. Friday, you can't work all the way up until Shabbat. You got off at 4 p.m. You chill when you got home. You chill for the last few hours of the Shabbat. Studied, did what you got to do, whatever. And then 7:15 p.m. comes in. Well, guess what? You're free and clear to go work out again. So now you're worked out Thursday and Friday. It doesn't matter about the time. It matters about what works for your schedule. All right. And then guess what? Now you still have time to cook, eat some clean food. You got time to study, sit down, read. All right. And these are how you kind of incorporate these things into your life. You might work 3, 4, or 5 days a week. All right. And then you got your days off. Your days off, you can get a lot done on your days off, but you make do even on the days you work. Myself, I work 12-hour shifts. And I'm doing anywhere from 4 to 5. That's why you get 48 to 50 to 60 hours. If I do 5 days, to 60 hours. Usually I'm Monday through Friday, or Monday through Thursday, or Tuesday through Friday. Depends on, you know, I kind of have a little bit of autonomy in my schedule a little bit. But for example, today, right? It's Tuesday. I worked 7 to 7, right? Got off. But with my job, because the field I work in, sometimes I can get off a little early. Usually I get off within 30, 45 minutes before 7. I can either stay, clock out at 7, or I can leave. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. A little 20 minutes here and there, it doesn't really matter. So I'm off work, I'm heading home. I didn't get a workout in this morning. I had a rough night. So a lot of times I wake up 5:30, 5:45, and I get like a 30-40 minute workout in before I go to work. Fortunately, I only work 10 minutes from my house, so I can leave the house at 6:45 and get to work on time. So I wake up 5:30, get a little 30-45 minute workout in, shower, get myself together, hit the road, going to work. On my way to work every day, guess what I do? It's a lesson plan. Usually it's certain brothers that I watch that usually do between 10 and 20 minute lessons, and I put the lesson on 1.5 times speed. So by the time I get to work, guess what? I done fed the spirit, and I done got a physical workout in. Go to work. While I'm at work, fortunately with my job, I have on my downtimes, which I get periodically throughout the day, and even when I'm not necessarily on a downtime, I have my AirPods in and I'm listening. I'm listening to lessons, I'm listening to articles, I'm listening to philosophy, I'm feeding the spirit, feeding the mind. And then on downtimes, I'm able to, I have balance with it. I'm not going to say I'm always in the scriptures and the word when I'm on my downtime, but, a big portion of my 12 hours, I'm getting fed. So throughout the day, I'm getting fed. Now, I'm off work now, and guess what I'm getting ready to go do? Well, I'm getting ready to go work out because I didn't work out this morning. So exclude the 5:30. I slept in because I had a rough night. So I slept in, and now I'm getting ready to get a workout in. All right, get ready to get a workout in, and Lord willing, when I'm done, I'm doing my lesson now because it was on my spirit to talk about this. So I'm doing my lesson now. I have a few topics of lessons lined up, more lessons where I'm bringing out more scriptures, but this is kind of something I wanted to bring out. It was on my spirit. But Lord willing, when I'm done my workout, I'll, eat, shower, and then for the next, 2 hours or so before I go to bed, that's time I'll spend, I may spend a little 30 minutes or so. I might read a few chapters of the scriptures. And that's a fulfilling day. And I'm spending the rest of my last hour of my day, chilling, spending time with my daughters or whatever, my family, and then I do it all over again, and that's usually how my schedule goes. And on my days off, obviously on my days off, I have a little bit more time to, do other things and spend time with family and stuff like that. But during the week when I'm working, usually I like to look at my weekly schedule as when I'm working, that day is about work. So I'm not really thinking about coming home and being a father and a husband or whatever. It's more so, listen, Monday through Thursday, I'm on grind time. You know what I mean? I'm going to work, I'm getting this money, I'm working out, and I'm doing the work. But the work is always going to be whether I'm working or I'm not. The Lord's work is getting done. But I'm more productive on days where I work. It's just how my spirit is. All right, so I think that was pretty much the point. All right, in summary, I focus on those three components: Lord, money, muscles. LMM. All right, this is our camp's acronym of how we broke it down. I know other camps have their own things, and it's beautiful that brothers are getting into the spirit because we're growing, man. The kingdom of heaven starts within us, as the scriptures say. So we have to be the embodiment of what it is to be, a prince, a ruler, a king. All right, so Lord, money, muscles. All right, Lord, going into anything pertaining to the mind and the spirit, doing the work, studying, feeding the spirit, being more brotherly, so on and so forth. Money going into simply just getting your hustle on, man, going to work, making your bread, and moving on. Learning new skills that can help you make more money, maybe even give you more time, you know what I mean? Whatever. And muscles just going into your overall health and fitness. All right, eating clean, having a good diet, being consistent, being physically fit and strong. You don't have to lift muscles. It's like you don't have to lift weights. You don't have to lift heavy weights if you do lift weights. All right, cardio, walking, cycling, swimming, jumping rope, rowing machine are just a few great sources of cardio. Sprinting, if you're capable. All right, sprinting is really good at least one time a week, because if you don't sprint, you lose the ability to sprint. And sprinting is a full body workout. It builds muscle. It builds testosterone. All right, it builds longevity. All right, your legs are directly associated with health and longevity. Look it up. And sprinting is great for your entire legs, your feet, your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, you name it. All right. Strength training, just calisthenics. Use your own body, and then you can add weight to your body via weight vest or weight, push-ups, pull-ups, rows, squats, dips, and core exercises. All right, static and dynamic core exercises. Static being where holds, planks, hollow body holds. Those are statics. And then dynamic going into leg raises, Russian twists, and many other great ones. Do what works for you. So, Lord willing, this video was edifying. I believe that point was made. Lord willing, I can expand on this topic a little bit more. But until next time, shalom.